Hello. Welcome to Inner Fetish. I'm your host, Z Reviews / Zeos Pantera / check out my Patreon / did you know all my collabs are literally my merch, and you can check that out in the link tree in the description. Anyway, this mousepad is really cool if it's still available. This is alright. This is gonna be a recurring theme on this channel apparently. I've actually shown off this problem on the main channel if you check out my regular Z reviews when I did a bunch of dongle DACs. Because this IEM is the ZHE View High Fidelity earphone, not called the View. It's made by the company Intuaura. And these, even though it doesn't say it on the bot, wait, does it say it here? Yep, right there. Splendor 2 4.4 millimeter. So these are the Splendor 2s, $260. And they come with a dongle DAC that is labeled Splendor. Because I have another one that's almost an identical copy of it that is another IEM that is labeled that IEM's name. I'm going to do that at some point. So they come with the Phantasm dongle. And I really like how this is made and built and the colors of the wires. And I wanted to use it in a dongle DAC review on the main channel, where I just had a bunch of different dongles. And I couldn't. Because as soon as I plugged in, I went, something's fucking weird. What did it just do? Oh my God. This suffers from the critical dusk problem. This is going to be, we're going to have years of this. And I'm hoping that either we sort it or fucking companies stop it. But this is a DSP correction dongle. So I have the same song. I have it on repeat track. So I have Nine Inch Nails' Dead Souls playing. And I have Nine Inch Nails' Dead Souls playing. By the way, Hibby R4, I think it's out this week. Amazing DAP. I'm not using the DAP portion of it except for just play music. Literally great fucking thing. So it's just looping Nine Inch Nails, and that's looping Nine Inch Nails. She's looping Nine Inch Nails, same color in there as on the View thing. I had to. There is a sound difference. It's less like the Dusk, where I literally hated it when I plugged it in direct, or was like meh. This I actually kind of enjoy raw. We're going to have to now refer to IEMs when you're running them through the DSP. It's like the corrected or the raw. This is currently being run corrected. If I put them in my ears, you could look at them. They're not spectacular to look at. The back has got some purple and some gold, but it's not like brilliant. They say IN, and then that says View, even though neither one of them is the in View, and then the View is stamped in the top. Like they literally stamped it out. The wire is something to write home about. It's actually pretty nice. It's a 4-wire weave up to the individuals. It's this nice little smooth collar into it's a 4-wire weave, but it's 8 wires. So it's just nice. It's like rope. Anyway, I'm going to install these now in my head. And we'll discuss the sound differences between fucking... So, this is all buttered up and nice. Okay. Change this over. Completely different sound. Warmer, raw. I'll keep the volume correct. Warmer, wider, more bass, like more bass impact. And I started testing these on the desk here on actual amplifiers without going through the correction process. And you know what? I kind of like them. They got a little bit sharp, but like the drums I'm listening to right now in the song sound really natural. They're kind of an exciting, engaging... Like, I like them. I like them. They have a signature. When I unplug them from here, though, and plug it in here, much more forward, much more upfront, clearer bass, like clearer drum hits. Not bass, but clearer drum hits. It feels like something's been lifted off of them, but they're not as wide. They're not as exciting. They're much more focused. So, do we hate this? Do we as a community hate this practice? All right, the drum at the beginning is just, it's like a drum solo. It's just basically an acoustic drum solo. Now it sounds cheaper there. And now it sounds cheap here. What I was liking raw is now like, oh, it sounds like I just degraded the quality like crazy. Like I brought it down. Like the sound signature I still like. It still sounds super wide. But like the hit of the drums doesn't sound as crisp. And I know this is a fucking, I don't even know how many hundreds of dollars this SHX is, and it's running off of a good DAC. It is. We're back at this. We're back at this fucking problem. We're back at this dusk problem. Whereas, no matter how many tips, and I don't know why this comes with this many fucking tips that all look nearly identical, no foams. Do we want this? Do we as a society, or do we live in a society even? Serial number 258. Cleaning rag. Case with the finger case inside of it. Phantasm DAC labeled Splendor. It sounds better on the dongle. They keep calling me. I'm going to plug that. I'm going to try it a different. My Burson swapped op amp FX D07. I nearly blew up my brain just now. I'm sure my volumes are set lower. I like this. I like the way the sounds engage with me raw, but for clarity, you gotta dong it. And we're back in that fucking... Because I have to review them twice. Can I pause all these? How do I pause this? This is a button. IEMs are going to be a... This is making my life difficult. This is like giving you a car, and it's like, by the way, we have this perfectly smooth, clean road, but really, you don't want to drive. If you want to drive on that, you have to wear this like special butt plug, and then you're on this clean road. Or you just drive it on normal roads, and everything feels like New Jersey, which Jersey isn't so bad. It's New York that's the real bad. New York City specifically. So it's like, what do you want to hear about? Because when you plug it in raw, having never heard the dongle, when I started this testing session, I'm like, all right, I'm going to listen straight up. I'll listen straight up and see what these are like. And I liked them. I liked how big they sounded. They sounded, really, the good low end slapped me in the balls. It was like, oh, yeah, this is good. I like this. I can get into this. I can get it for $260. Obviously, it sits in a certain price point now where there are probably some alternatives you might want. But then you plug it into the fucking dongle on the, by the way, heavy R4 again, which looks like something out of looks like an Evangelion collab. Why is there fucking hair stuck in it? It looks like an Evangelion collab. Plug it into the fucking dongle for the Splendor, and it's like, oh, it's been lifted. The veil's been lifted. And while it isn't as unique sounding anymore, it's definitely a better IEM through that. This sucks. This kind of sucks, right? It's like only watching movies through Dolby Vision. Like, I just want to be able to watch the movie and enjoy it, or watch a movie through Dolby Vision and get like a little bit more. This is like watching a movie that's got like the director's cut and 20 more minutes of footage, but it only works on the specific 42-inch television, not your brilliant new 70. You got to get this 42-inch television to get the real... Like, you're taking away some of the excitement of just having an IEM that's great and plugging into anything that's great. You are now forcing me again to go through this and just fucking don't include a detachable wire. The only way that I'm going to accept USB-C modified DSP'd IEMs is if that's fucking it. But even like the Moondrop May, you took the Moondrop May off its little plug, it was great IEM. It punched way above $60 goddamn dollars. You plugged it into the USB-C, and all it was an amp. These are DSP. They are DSP correcting these. Now I'm going to probably pull out the other pair right after this and do that one, if I don't include it in this, because it's just going to be the same fucking problem. It's like I can't tell you if this is worth $260. I can't. Like, without the sound modifications, it's pretty good, and then with the DSP sound modifications, it's better in all the ways that you'd want a more expensive IEM to be cleaner and more punchy and more accurate. This is definitely an accuracy increase here. They're not adding fun. It's not like the Critical Red with the little adapter that adds like fucking 8 decibels of bass. Like, that's fun. You use it, you don't use it, you don't have to use it. It's the IFI bass boost button. All right, you could, but you don't really want to. This one, again, This is not a you could do this, but you don't really want to. You want to just sort of stick it in the thing, and fuck. This is the worst. This is the worst timeline we're living in. Because it's just going to happen more and more. And it's not like they didn't tune these. Like, that's what I felt like the Dusk did. The Dusk were like, throw a whole bunch of shit in there and we'll fix it in post. This feels like these actually have a tuning. And it was its own. It was a little bit more bass than maybe people would normally like, but I'm into that. I want more throw my hair back bass and soundstage. And then they took away those things that made it unique, and they cleaned it up. And it's like, I don't want fucking Gary Busey out of rehab in a suit, which is what this does. I want Gary Busey. All right? I want him spitting on people and fucking stealing shit from stores. If you're going to sell me a product, sell me the product. Don't sell me the product cleaned up and smoothed out. It's like, it's so boring. I don't have much to say about the net. Like, I should like this. I don't like this. I'm still going to give these a thumbs up. Just, it's going to be like I feel like I need to have a new numbered category. Because we usually rate IEMs from 1 to 10. Now, you could either have an 8 or a 7.1. But really, it's like, but then there's a caveat and an asterisk mark because you got to run it USB. If you're going to do, what the fuck are we doing? What are we going to do, people? I need your help. Inner Fetish is going to be doing this for a while, and I don't know how to. Do I just never hook up the dongle? Because it's a huge fucking difference going from everything to this. I could plug this into the Mass Kobo over there, and it's probably going to still be much cleaner coming out of an actual. I mean, this was enough twisting of the sound that when I plugged in just a normal headphone to it, because nothing's stopping you, it killed my soul. It was like, oh my god, what happened to this headphone? They were twisting. I respect the use of DSP in like speakers, because speakers, if you're using a self-powered pair of speakers, that's fine. It's self-powered. Obviously, all your little true wireless you put in your ears, those are all going to be DSP corrected because you have no other fucking options. When you have options, when I have the option to plug this in to normal stuff, things that maybe you've invested time and money and the sound of your WA7 Fireflies, and you want to get that sound into these, but now it just ain't gonna. Like, it's gonna sound like it's coming out to stop Fireflies, but that if it's breeding laziness into the tuning world. They tune this, but not hard enough to make it sell on its own. So like, fuck it. We'll just throw a fucking thing in it and we'll fix this in 2 seconds. Like, this is... don't do this unless you're going to make it a true wireless, and then it doesn't fucking matter. Because it's going to be self-powered and self-batteried and self-DSP corrected anyway. Anyway, I thank you for supporting my channel, by the way, Patreon and Subscribestar. Wallpaper in the Wallpaper Horde using Roselio Sync to get every wallpaper I've ever used ever into your hands. I might want to use that for other things in the future. Maybe like if I do shows or something. Oh my god, can I upload from my phone? Can I download and have it automatically sync when I'm at shows live to people in the cluster? Oh, and then it wouldn't matter what music is playing. Oh, it'd be awesome. Anyway, I'm done with this. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon and Subscribestar. These will probably end up in the yard sale, 1st to the 10th of every month on the main channel. You'll see a video and a post. I'm just going to get the other one and get this out of the way. I'll give you guys a week to like calm down, and I'll see if the other one maybe sounds better not on the thing. I don't remember the fucking name of it. You remember the fucking name of it?